Good morning. I'm continuing my some of these devotionals through the prophets, and today it's our turn for Daniel. So Daniel, it's chapter 10, and just reading verse 12. Daniel 10:12. He said to me, "Do not fear, Daniel. For from the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words have been heard, and I have come because of your words." And this is someone who appears to Daniel. We're not told exactly who the person is, but this was someone that came in response to Daniel's prayers. So this is obviously very specific, and it was, in some ways, it's hard to look at Daniel and not just focus just on the story of how it applies to Daniel, but how is this speaking to you in your life? So can you imagine yourself in Daniel's place, okay? So you hear these words, "Do not fear." You can say your name there. So for me, "Do not fear, Andrew, from the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words have been heard, and I have come because of your words." Okay, so what have you been setting your mind to? What have you been kind of determined to do or to understand? How have you found yourself in a place where you have just been needing to hear these words of encouragement in what you are doing? Don't be afraid. Do you think that that's what God is speaking over your life? And how have you found yourself humbled, right? So like humility, there's lots of ways that we can define it, but talking about just ways that we have just found ourselves even deeper grounded in the truth of who we are. It's one way of looking at it. And also just, being willing, just to selflessly, right? That's another form of humility, being humbled. So is there a way that you have been humbling yourself in the thing that, whatever came to mind, maybe it's some goal that you have, maybe it's a project at your house, maybe it's with work or friends or relationship? What have you been determined to do, and how have you found yourself humbled? So, and this person that came, and again, we don't know who it is, but this person was a literal God sent, right? They say it themselves, "I have come because of your words." So when your prayers, just this is a reminder that there can be, whether people or just things, events that can happen that are direct response to our prayers. So I'm just, in summary, we have, when you set your mind and gain understanding and you're humbling yourself, and your words have been heard through God, right? These are all really uplifting things for me. And I'm just wondering, if in your time of prayer, just think of how God could be encouraging you, right? God sent this person to speak to Daniel to really encourage him and say, "Hey, I hear your prayers." And maybe we don't need a literal person to show up and tell us that. Maybe, we have communication with God through prayer. We have the Holy Spirit with us. So how does the Lord want to encourage you today? Just ask the Lord. All right. It's great seeing you all, sort of, and we will talk soon. Bye.